morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and those who are neither wherever you are in the world. I'm Rambling Rusty Elm, and this is Rambling with Rusty. Last time on Rambling with Rusty, we completed all of the lead-up stuff to do the first dungeon, and I was going to do that this week. However, real-life commitments have pushed my time to play the game back to the last minute, so we are going to go ahead and go do some other stuff today, get the crafting stuff started, and we'll hold off the dungeon for hopefully next week when I'll have time to actually play it and hopefully not have to short it on what it should be. So without further ado, let's get back into it and get on our way to Gardenia and then back to Thanalon. Or Ul'Dah. Ul'Dah. Okay, now that I've found the guild, I don't need that up. Hello there. Welcome to the Botanist Guild. What brings you today? Interested in becoming a botanist, are you? Yes. Then you come to the right place. At our guild you can study under some of the finest botanists of the realm. An enticing proposition. So what say you? Would you like to... Yes, I would. Excellent. Now you're doubtless eager to dive headlong into the nearest shrubbery, but first, a brief explanation of the origins of the guild. Our guild boasts a long history. Its roots can be traced back to some 500 years to when our nation was still in infancy. It was around that time that a precursor organization was established to facilitate communion with the elementals. But I suspect you're already confused, not being forest-born. Let me put it in a way that your kind would understand. The 12's wood doesn't belong to man, but almighty beings known as elementals. It is by their leave that we, Gradarians, dwell here in the forest, and it is by their leave that we receive its bounty. Ever since mankind settled the 12's wood, it's been necessary for us to obtain the elementals' permission prior to taking aught from their domain. Historically, this was a rather involved process that only a few precious few could actually commune with them. Specifically, those conjurers blessed with the ability to hear the elementals, aptly known as hearers. In order to relay the elementals' wills to the botanists in a more timely manner, a new organization was formed, with a hearer as its mouth and ears. To this day, the guild employs the services of a hearer who offers guidance to our members. Yet this is no longer our organization's sole concern. We also seek to promulgate correct harvesting practices. That is, practices which honor the will of the elementals. And that, my friend, is the story of how our guild came to be. Now, with all this talk of elementals communing, mayhap you're wondering whether you're fit to join us. Well, you may cast such doubts aside. You don't need to have been raised as a good little forest-born boy to be a botanist, nor do you need to know the secret firstborn salute, I jest. You just need a healthy respect for nature and the will to learn. If you also believe you possess these things, it would be my pleasure to recommend you to our guild master. Please wait a moment while I see to the formalities. Ready to enroll in the Botanist Guild, I take it? Yes. Music to my ears. It will be my pleasure to refer you. Guildmaster knowledge of nature is second to none. One need only witness her uncanny knack for spotting the forest's finest timber. One need only witness her uncanny knack for spotting the finest timber to see that hers is a truly God's-given talent. It is for this reason that she holds the title of First Botanist. You need not be overawed. She is the kindest of souls. You will find the Guildmaster just outside the building. Seek her out and impress upon her your desire to become a botanist. Hey, look, it's daylight. I'm FFXIV, master of this guild. Pleased to make your acquaintance. I take it Leon Colt has given you an overview. Well then, I suppose I had better continue where he left off. As Gradanians may rightly claim a share a close relationship with the nature, but none is so intimate as that of the botanist. It is our calling to nurture the natural environment to the mutual benefit of man and wood. But even as nature holds us in her loving embrace, providing our every need, she is at her heart an unsentimental creature, one that will make life just as readily as she gives it, that will take life just as readily. Being a botanist means coming face to face with this uncomfortable truth on a regular basis. Knowing this, do you still wish to walk our path? Yes. The look in your eyes bespeaks the passion in your heart. Very well. I bid you welcome to the Botanist Guild. To help you on your way, I present you with this hatchet. Take it up and then present yourself to me again. Okay. I want to... I should be able... create a new slot. Botanist. That's what I wanted to do. We'll assign you the first task. Okay, I see you have your hatchet on you. Very good. Botanist hatchet is his livelihood. Never forget this. If you fail to keep its blade clean and keen, your efforts will yield naught but sweat and splinters. Let us see about your first task. Ah, yes. To help you grasp the basics of botany, I would like you to gather 10 pots worth of latex. Forest yields to us many and more resources. It is the botanist's job to know what can be found and where. If it is latex you require, you would do well to search just outside the Blue Badger Gate or the Yellow Serpent Gate. Seek out the mature trees and stand in those areas and then put your hatchet to use. I wish you well. Okay, so based on all of that, I need to go out here. Go this way. Yellow Serpent Gate. That is where I wanted to go. I'm supposed to be finding latex. Aha! Found one. I don't see anything on the mini-map to indicate its presence. That's not what I'm looking for. No, that's not it either. I think I just looked at this one. I got a little bit of a score to settle over here. Okay, I almost died doing that. How goes the gathering effort? I have found what you seek. Ah yes, precisely 10 pots of latex, just as I instructed. Latex is easy to find and equally easy to harvest. Yet know that being able to swing said tool does not make you a botanist. You must also possess the knowledge to locate the resources you seek. That will be all for me for the present. I urge you to keep honing your senses and skills as a botanist. Gather near and far, learn from your experiences. I look forward to seeing you again when you become better acquainted with our trade. Okay, so I need to reach botanist level 5 to get the next quest. Level up! Woohoo! Okay, well. Let's see, now in order to level up in this field, or in this class, I have to have the botanist step equipped. Well, met adventurer, you stand within the Miners Guild, the place where seekers of the realm's mineral wealth gather. With pickaxe and sledgehammer, we miners work rock and earth that they might yield us ores, fossils, precious stones, and more. If you have a mind to join our ranks, you will be pleased to know that we are currently recruiting. Great riches will await those with strong backs and keen eyes. A decision you will not regret. You have just taken your first step towards striking it rich. Look at the lands around Ul'Dah. One would be forgiven for thinking the region barren. Opportunity. For as long as he has dwelt in Thanalan, man has availed himself of the vast deposits, giving rise to thriving mining trades, which form the foundation of our nation's prosperity. Pushed to the breaking point, the workers banded together to form the Miners' Guild with the aim of improving conditions. Since then, we have sought to educate folks in correct mining practices. Yeah. Yes, I am. I don't know why I gotta talk to you 7 different times, but hey. Music to my ears. I, the kind that made when one's pickaxe strikes gold, you must introduce yourself to the guildmaster right away. Her approval is required if you are to formally be admitted to our ranks. In case you're unaware, Alberta is perhaps the most accomplished of these miners who still swing a pickaxe. When you are ready to present yourself, you will find her down the steps yonder. Well met, adventurer. Adalberta is my name, and I am the master of this guild. I take it you wish to become a miner. Well, our doors are open to all who aren't afraid to work hard and get dirty. Thanks to recent advances in refining techniques, it's now possible to smelt even low purity ores. I mention this because it's allowed us to reopen a number of mines which were long thought exhausted, prompting trade to flourish. Truth be told, with business as it is at the moment, we can't take on enough new miners. Few folk make better miners than adventurers, you being a hardy lot. What's more, you're well traveled, which serves to expand the guild's sphere of activity. For your part, you'll acquire skills that will prove your profit, a mutually beneficial arrangement. I trust you'll agree. So what say you? Will you join us? I wouldn't be here if I wasn't willing to. Go and take it up, see how it feels in your hands. Speak to me again when you're ready. Weathered pickaxe. Bonus. Here we go. You look good with a pickaxe. Now that you'll be suitably equipped, your training can commence. A miner learns to craft best in the wilderness with pickaxe in hand. To begin, let's see how you fare with good old copper ore. Bring me, say, 10 chunks. There are deposits of the stuff throughout Thanalan. I doubt you'll have to go very far outside the city. Seek out some promising locations outside the gate of the Sultana and the gate of the Nald. Swing away. The motion may feel awkward at first, but in time it'll become second nature. Miners use pickaxes and other tools to extract mineral wealth from Eorzea and gather materials. Mineral deposits. Locate a mineral deposit, make your way out of the city, and then use the miner action known as prospect. Okay. Let's see. Not that way. It's this way. I want to go. And of course it's night again. That was a Yarzon feeder, so those guys will attack. Which means I need to get around their section. Great rain. Okay. Let's see. There's one right there. It's 10 chunks of copper ore I want. Metal is common enough. Let's see here. 10 chunks just as I ordered. Well done. Tell me, is being a miner aught like you imagined? Harder than expected? Actually, it's a little bit harder to find the stuff than I thought it would be. It takes a combination of knowledge, experience, and instinct to know where to dig. Yet it's ultimately backbreaking labor that yields you your prize. Mining is grueling work. You'll be dog-tired most of your waking hours, but tell me, did you feel invigorated each time your pickaxe struck home? Did you not experience a thrill of triumph when the earth finally yielded up your prize? You may be ripe to collapse, your face caked weak old dirt, but the promise of discovery drives you on. And the instant you find that which you have long sought, in that sparkling instant you feel like a god among men. You made a fine start. I would see you maintain your efforts, practice swinging, then return to me. I'll have another task for you. So that'll be at level 5 mining. Level up. Sharp vision. Let's see, I want to teleport. Okay. Character gear says you need botanist for this next task. don't think I should be going up near those guys just yet. Don't know exactly what I'm looking for here. But I'm certainly not seeing any harvest nodes. So I'm in the right location. I know I don't have enough oomph with this build to take on that guy. Well, let's try doing it as a miner then. Stop that. Maybe I'm just not high enough level to go after the stuff I need. That's always a possibility. Which means I haven't actually been looking. That's always silly and stupid. Yeah, I'm not interested in that. I am more interested in finding the ice shards I need. Well, I'm obviously missing something, I just don't know what. And it is no doubt something silly like not having a high enough level. Because there are no harvestable resources showing it. Let's see. Ice shard. Let's see. Level 20 Skull Valley. Level 5 Jadeite Thick. And that is going to be I'll figure it out eventually. Geez, 600 gil. I've spent over 2,000 gil today. That's no good. That's not right. Shard. Mature trees and jadeite thick, which is essential. Okay, we'll do it this way then. See, I'm here. Okay, that's gonna go to the yellow shroud. Go back through here. So this time I do want to go out this gate. Beyond this gate lies Sorrel Haven, a haven indeed for some of the most fearsome beasts you've ever laid eyes on. Passage will be granted only to those who can see to their own safety. So in other words, you're going to make me run around the long way. Or, you know, I could just do this. Okay, so who do I talk to get through there? This isn't right. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. I am here. So I need to go. Jeez, long ways around. Okay. Ah! It killed me! Oops! Well, that would be my first death in the game. And wow, I'm way over time anyway, so I'll call it here and get this edited. Until next time, I'm Ramblin' Rusty Elm. Have a good night, and don't forget to stop and smell the roses.